Jim Paice, Minister of State for Agriculture and Food, talked to British Baker at this year's Foodex. He discussed the government's proposal of enforcing a 20% tax on hot takeaway products such as pies and pasties.
The most important point to make is, of course, that this is about levelling up the competition, the competitiveness issue, because we've seen a situation that some hot food carries VAT and some doesn't. And we must be clear that that freshly baked bread, about which there's been so much fuss, is not included. We're not talking about just it's hot just because it's come straight from the oven in its cooking process. We're talking about food that is served hot to be eaten hot. And yes, it's right that I think whether you buy it in a supermarket or whether you buy it in a different high street shop, the tax rate should be the same.
But do you think that's to the detriment of maybe some of the smaller players within the industry?
Well, I haven't yet seen any evidence that the smaller players would suffer. This is about actually in some ways hitting the supermarkets harder than anybody else, because that's where much of the avoidance of the tax has been, where they haven't been charging VAT and ordinary high street shops have. So I don't think it's automatic that smaller players will lose out of that. It is about making sure that it's the same for everybody, and that has to be the basis of competition.